Well, the vocal leader of Sports Entertainment Extreme, Glenn Gilbertti, dressing down the troops, but it looks like AJ Styles and D'Lo Brown, they're not going to wait.
They were laying and waiting, Mike. They were waiting for him. The way to start it off.
They've decided to jumpstart this scheduled tag team match. First time that they've ever joined forces as a team. AJ Styles and D'Lo Brown to face the duo from Sports Entertainment Extreme, Glenn Gilbertti and Mike Sanders. And here we go.
It is on. Think about this. D'Lo and AJ have so much anger towards Gilbertti. Gilbertti cost them both the title as far as they're concerned. And now tonight they're teaming together to get the payback, Mike.
And how about AJ Styles, hospitalized after last week's street fight against Glenn Gilbertti? He took 9 stitches in the head when they threw him into a brick wall.
Unbelievable. I also understand, Mike, and then you got some information on this, that he hurt his knee this weekend also.
AJ Styles did injure his knee wrestling in Lafayette, Louisiana this past Saturday night. I took a look at that. He's got a bump the size of a baseball on his knee.
I'll tell you what, though, it doesn't matter to him right now. He's going on emotion. And D'Lo Brown, I mean, what a team this is. I mean, think about it. This is their chance to exact revenge on Gilbertti and Sanders' Sports Entertainment Extreme that they have been waiting for. Oh, using his partner.
And as we talked about earlier, first time ever as a team, but working like clockwork.
Oh,
working like they've teamed together, like they've tagged together for years.
Well, when you think about it, you got the phenomenal AJ Styles and D'Lo Brown. Those two are so professional, they can figure it out right away. They don't need any practice time together, Mike. They're too good.
What a night this is going to be. Not one, but 2 matches where we will determine #1 contenders for both the X Division as well as the NWA World Tag Team title belts. More details on that as the night unfolds. Styles and D'Lo remain in control. Gilbertti in trouble. D'Lo heads to the top.
Oh, man! Oh, AJ set him up perfectly, Mike!
How's that for timing? This is clothesline off the top by D'Lo.
I'll tell you something, Gilbertti's going to have to regroup. He was out there getting his troops all fired up. He needs to get himself fired up. He needs to get Sanders fired up in this match. It's going to be a crucifixion out here.
Off the leg drop, D'Lo goes for the cover and gets a 2 count on Gilbertti.
I'll tell you something, we have been so impressed with Gilbertti by how he's been able to handle Sports Entertainment Extreme's locker room and how he's been able to rally the troops. Even today, when he had to do it again, they were coming in lackadaisical, coming in late. Gilbertti gets them fired up, keeps them focused, and that was the perfect time for Brown and AJ to strike, Mike. While Gilbertti was focused somewhere else, D'Lo and AJ were laying in wait.
Another near fall off the spin heel kick, that time Styles. Did you notice as he got up, he favored that left knee. No question about it. I think the word has made it to the Sports Entertainment Extreme locker room as Gilbertti's perfectly placed drop kick is directed right at the knee.
Absolutely, Mike. Anybody saw AJ? Great move there by Mike Sanders. I got to admit, I like the new look by Sanders. New look, maybe a new attitude.
Going back,
we're going to see the Mike Sanders we've heard about.
Back to the gear that he wore when he was most successful with World Championship Wrestling, as we see Sanders direct the offense totally at that previously injured left knee of AJ Styles.
Kind of like Michael Jordan. When he came back with number 45. He just didn't get in the groove. He had to go back to 23, and then we saw him like he was. That's the same kind of thing. Sometimes all you need is a little reminder of your past success to get you back on track.
Gilbertti scissors the leg and the knee of Styles and then drives it down with impact to the canvas. Styles back to his feet. Side Russian leg sweep by Gilbertti. Now springs off the ropes. Going to measure him. Drop the elbow across the chest. Goes for the pin. Covers it and gets a 2 count before Styles rolls the shoulder.
Gilbertti's been so impressive. And you know what? So is Mike Sanders. He had an incredible match with AJ Styles. An incredible match with D'Lo Brown. Just came barely on the losing end. This is a good chance for Sanders to showcase his talent and to get the respect back in the Sports Entertainment Extreme locker room that he deserves.
Sanders back to working on the injured knee of AJ Styles.
And they are vicious on it, Mike. Vicious on that leg. And here it is again.
Tag is in. Gilbertti to be the legal man, but they're going to use that 5 count for the double team. Scooping a slam by Sanders, turns it over to the gifted one. And he missed the elbow drop.
He waited just a little too long there. Posed just a little bit, and that cost him. And watch Gilbertti. He landed wrong on his wrist, it looks like, as he was grabbing his right wrist. Look how he's holding it in.
Styles able to get the tag into D'Lo. suplex by Styles, but I think he put too much pressure, too much weight on that injured leg.
Oh, I hate to even see that. So incredible, so phenomenal.
Sanders' pin attempt on D'Lo for a 2 count.
But you know, even a 3/4 AJ is better than most.
D'Lo able to reverse Sanders, shoots him off into the ropes. Went for the tilt-a-whirl. Sanders lands on his feet. D'Lo gonna wind him up and drive him down.
The sudden impact.
D'Lo motions to the crowd that he's headed to the top.
Could it be the frog splash, Mike?
High-risk move coming from D'Lo.
Here it is.
There it is. Went for the frog splash, and he hit it to perfection. 1, 2.
Oh, Gilbertti breaks it up.
Last-ditch effort by Gilbertti.
And again, Gilbertti right to the left leg. Oh, they have saw the weak spot, Mike, and they are exploiting it every chance they get.
Seizing the moment with the attack on the leg, but it's now D'Lo. Sit up, pound bomb. Cover 1, 2. Sanders breaks it up.
Oh, Mike, what a way to start, and we got so much more. Red and Jerry Lynn later on, and in 1 week, Jeff Jarrett Raven for the World Championship.
Oh, Styles, I'm not sure if that was a wise move. Used that injured leg and nailed Sanders, sets it up for D'Lo. D'Lo motioning for Styles. I don't know if AJ can make it up to the top. You can see how much he's favoring the knee.
He can hardly even put any weight on it.
D'Lo, look out! Triple X from the back. Christopher Daniels stops Styles.
Oh, there's a bell's been rung.
Referee Andrew Thomas calls for the bell. It's got to be a disqualification.
And it's got to be on Gilbertti and Sanders. Here comes Lynn and Red.
Here comes the Dream Team. The X Division Dream Team has hit the ring.
The following contest is tag team action, making their way to the ring. Representing Sports Entertainment Extreme, being led by the Sun. From the Isle of Samoa, he is Sports Entertainment Extreme's ace in the hole, Sonny Siaki. And his tag team partner, from Gainesville, Georgia, he weighs in at 222 pounds, the master of the Spine Buster, David Young.
Certainly sounds like there's problems in the Sports Entertainment Extreme locker room. We see the Extreme Revolution group in there, and all of it centers around the man who challenges for the world's title tonight. That's Raven.
And introducing, weighing in at 219 pounds, from Gainesville, Georgia, this is the phenomenal AJ Styles. And his tag team partner from Miami, he weighs in at 268 pounds, D'Lo Brown.
Let's hear what AJ Styles had to say earlier about tonight's world's title match.
Heavyweight champion, who's it going to be? Doesn't matter. I'm AJ Styles. I'm going to be a heavyweight champion soon, or very soon. So it doesn't really matter who's going to be the heavyweight champion, whether it be Raven or Jeff Jarrett. I'm going to get my second shot. And when I do, after it's all said and done, I will be your heavyweight champion.
Pretty cocky, pretty confident, but just what we've come to expect from AJ Styles, who, like everyone here at the Asylum, like everyone at home, like everyone associated with the world of professional wrestling, they have their own opinions about tonight's world's heavyweight title match, Jeff Jarrett and Raven.
Well, I'll tell you what, Jeff Jarrett had one of the most phenomenal matches ever. AJ Styles had one of the most phenomenal matches ever against Jeff Jarrett. He felt like he had the title in his grasp, and then he had another shot at the title, and Raven took it away from him. So I can understand. He doesn't care. He just wants his turn.
It was 1 week ago when D'Lo Brown and AJ Styles debuted as a tag team. They defeated Glenn Gilbertti and Mike Sanders via disqualification. And you know, in speaking with AJ Styles and speaking with D'Lo Brown, I don't look at this as any kind of a long-term tag team. I almost look at it as circumstances bringing them together, as we see the German with the bridge and a 2 count for Styles on Sonny Siaki. Almost as if their mutual dislike, shall we say, for the Sports Entertainment Extreme faction is what's brought them together, what's brought them as a team here in NWA-TNA.
Oh, I couldn't agree more, Mike, and I think it's also a good chance for them to keep themselves sharp, so when they get their chance at the title shot, they're not going to be rusty and they're going to be ready to go. But, you know, think about the two of them together. It's a pretty impressive tag team.
No question about that. When you look at the resumes that they bring to NWA-TNA and what they've accomplished here in NWA-TNA, and the cocky and confident Styles is stopped in his tracks by David Young, but reversed into the ropes. Styles catches him with a drop kick, and D'Lo answers immediately with a clothesline off the top.
Another interesting pairing in David Young and Sonny Siaki. Of course, David Young, the master of the spine buster. It doesn't matter how big they are. When he gets a hold of it, he can end a match in a hurry.
And many people would say that they were brought together as a result of circumstances.
That's right.
A lot of people thinking that Sonny Siaki acquired the services of David Young, brought him to Sports Entertainment Extreme. We understand without clearing that with the other members of Sports Entertainment Extreme. Many people say to do his dirty work. Oh. How about that move? Using his own tag team partner, Styles goes for the cover now, follows up for the pin on Young, and able to get a 2 count. Used his own partner, D'Lo Brown. Hurricane Ronded him off the ropes, but they did not get the pin on David Young.
Sonny Siaki dying to get back into the ring there as David Young's just had his hands full. Oh, man.
Nice
what
roll-up.
a move by AJ Styles.
No.
Oh, he is phenomenal.
Right back to his feet is Styles. Caught him with a boot to the midsection. Springs off the ropes. Off the neck breaker. Hooks the leg and able to get another 2 count from referee Andrew Thomas.
It'll be good to see Sonny Siaki back in the ring here in TNA. Oh, David Young.
Smart move by David Young, hooking that top cable, the top rope, makes the tag into Siaki, who comes in, immediately leveled by the AJ Styles dropkick.
You know, David Young knows AJ Styles so well from NWA Wildside. He's seen that move from Styles before. He's scouted it before. He knew just when to hold on the ropes.
Desire up on the ring apron. Uh-oh, open hand slap from Styles allows Siaki from behind. Attempted a German, blocked with back elbows. Springing off the ropes is Styles, who drops him down. Inverted DDT, pin, 2. No, kick out at 2.
What an incredible night so far, Mike. All the greats of NWA-TNA are out here. So much at stake. Oh, David Young didn't like the way that AJ Styles was talking to Desire there. He took it in his own hands, Mike, to destroy him.
You saw the distraction from Desire. Meanwhile, in the ring, nice power slam by Young. Right to the pin, and another 2 count.
Styles and D'Lo Brown better watch out, because if Siaki and David Young can get some steam going here, this could be an impressive win for Sports Entertainment Extreme.
Siaki back to the offensive. Styles able to fight it off.
Oh, Siaki, it was gorgeous.
Half Nelson. Released overhead suplex that time by Siaki. Slowly attempts to make the cover. And gets a 2 count before D'Lo Brown comes in to make the save.
Well, D'Lo had no choice. It looked like it was going to be over right there as AJ was holding his hand. He's totally disoriented right now. This is a great chance for Young and Siaki to put it away.
David Young directs his offense to the midsection. To the ribcage of AJ Styles with the kicks. You know he's going to try and set him up for the spine buster. It's part of his MO.
Oh, AJ's fighting it off. They both are here.
They know each other so well. They battled so many times.
Oh, David Young, oh! Man. They're just wearing each other out.
Referee Thomas puts in the count. Who's going to get the tag? Sonny Siaki in, and Styles. Oh, just when he went to tag in D'Lo, Siaki cut him off.
As referee Andrew Thomas said, won't let D'Lo get to him, and Sonny Siaki got the momentum.
Snap suplex by Siaki on Styles. Drops down, full extension of the leg across the neck, across the throat of Styles. Goes for the pin. Referee Thomas makes the count. Styles gets the shoulder rolled at 2.
I'll tell you what, if referee Andrew Thomas had turned around just about a second earlier, this match would be over.
Now to the ropes goes Styles. Vicious clothesline on target that time by Siaki.
Siaki very impressive right now, showing why he's the ace in the hole. Here it is.
Ace in the hole for the pin and another 2 count.
He's calling for David Young, tagging him right here. Little teamwork action, Mike. And AJ is on the end result.
He is on the receiving end of that boot by David Young, who sends him off into the ropes.
Oh!
Counter again in mid-move by Styles.
How did Styles do that?
Great ring awareness on the part of AJ Styles to know where he's at, to know what kind of a move at that point in time will be effective. Tag in, two fresh men, Siaki and D'Lo.
That's why he almost won the World Championship months back. He is something else. His D'Lo is cleaning house right now.
Siaki to the ropes.
Oh, beautiful kick there by D'Lo.
Now D'Lo has David Young. Reversed off into the ropes by Young. Telegraphed the back body drop and it cost him. D'Lo, nice scoop. Wind up. Blocked by David Young as he went to wind him up for the slam. And nowhere by Young.
Here it goes.
Who saw that
That
coming?
was wicked. Oh, Styles breaks it up, Mike. Oh, that was incredible. Oh, did you see that kick by AJ Styles?
That.
That looked like Pele doing a backward bicycle kick. That was unreal. That was unreal.
Bodies down as Desire cheers on her team of Sonny, Siaki, and David Young. And looks like David Young is the first to his feet.
Last week, AJ Styles had a knot on his knee the size of a tennis ball. This week, he's doing acrobatic things. Oh, is that teamwork
Great
right
double
there?
team move.
1, 2. Siaki breaks
Broken
it
up by
up.
Siaki. Yeah, Styles tells me that his knee is much improved from last week, and you're right, it has to be just seeing him in action this week here on NWA-TNA. Clothesline sends Young up and over the top, down to the floor.
Oh, D'Lo's motioning to go over. Here he goes. Beautiful move by AJ Styles.
Tremendous flip out of the springboard by Styles on David Young, up the ramp.
Oh, D'Lo not paying attention to Siaki.
From behind, Siaki, the clubbing blow, the right hand to the chin. And
Oh, man.
takes him up, drives him down to the mat, and Desire again up on the ring apron.
Oh, D'Lo's giving her the what for.
Right in her face.
Oh, perfect timing by D'Lo.
Backfire that time on Siaki as you see David Young checking with Desire out here on the floor. Back to the action in the ring. Siaki gonna set him up for these Siaka-lips.
Oh, D'Lo's fighting it out.
Blocked. Duck under.
Oh,
Elevated.
Here
Here
it
it is.
goes.
Styles clash.
Here it is.
Styles clash.
as D'Lo goes up.
Is he gonna go for the low down?
David Young is preoccupied with Desire. D'Lo's got it.
Two.
Oh,
Great call. He was preoccupied.
The opening contest for NWA Total Non-Stop Action is Tag Team Action. Making their way in representing Sports Entertainment Extreme and Triple X from Atlanta, Georgia, weighing in at 252 pounds, prime time, Elix Shipper. And from Brooklyn, New York, weighing in at 202 pounds,
The first of our qualifying matchups. Who's going to advance to Anarchy in the Asylum? And here's the opposition.
And their opponent, first of all, from Gainesville, Georgia, he weighs in at 212 pounds. This is the phenomenal AJ Styles.
And you know that AJ Styles wants to be involved in Anarchy in the Asylum because he wants another title shot.
And his tag team partner from Miami, he weighs in at 265 pounds. D'Lo.
Mike, how impressive were these two last week? I know that they have their sights set on NWA Gold, but I'm telling you, if they would stick with it, what a formidable tag team they are.
Well, they'd have to be recognized as among the top contenders to the NWA World Tag Team Championships. There's no question about that. But I'm sure in the minds of AJ Styles and the minds of D'Lo Brown, this matchup is an end to the a means to the end because they want a shot at Jeff Jarrett and the NWA World Heavyweight Championship belt. Another shot. AJ Styles had his chance. D'Lo Brown had his chance. They want to be back in that title picture. They want a shot at Jeff Jarrett. They need to win this match to advance to Anarchy in the Asylum later tonight here on NWA-TNA.
Keep in mind, too, Mike, that Sports Entertainment Extreme knows that their chances of becoming the #1 contender increase dramatically because it's Skipper and Loki. And when you look at this match on paper, can you pick a better match? If Skipper and Loki come out on top, they will have both will join the Anarchy in the Asylum later tonight and have a shot to be the #1 contender.
And it's pretty obvious that Sports Entertainment Extreme loves the power. They love the control that goes along with the championship belts here in the National Wrestling Alliance. And at this point in time, Sports Entertainment Extreme, well, they're on the outside looking in when it comes to titles.
I think it's the first time I can think of in a long time, correct me if I'm wrong, that they don't have a title. Either the tag team, the X Division, or, of course, the NWA Championship.
So obviously, Sports Entertainment Extreme wants to get right back in that title picture.
I'll tell you what, when Loki came back, he caught D'Lo right in the mouth. D'Lo just spit it out there and just sucked it up, and boom, takes control, Mike.
It's been a while since we've seen Loki. Several tours of the wrestling over in Japan. Between his commitments here with NWA-TNA and his obligations with Sports Entertainment Extreme.
You know, that's the great thing about a Triple X. You never know which two of the three or which one of the three is going to be there. It is just such a great concept, and three of the most incredibly talented.
You want to talk about incredible talent?
Phenomenal!
How's that missile drop kick? Hook of the leg, goes for the pin, barely a 1 count that time on Loki, who kicks out.
Oh, if we could see that again. Look at this.
Oh, yeah.
Boom.
You ask, and you get it. What a drop kick it was. Great elevation that time with the back body drop. Quick follow-up now by Styles. Springs off the ropes. Drops the knee right across the chest, right across the face. And now goes for the pin attempt and gets a 2 count.
You know, you mentioned it's been a while since we've seen Loki, but I'll tell you something. He is so competitive, and he presents such a challenge because of his kicks and his martial arts background to anybody that he faces in the ring. And I, for one, just am glad the fact that he's back in NWA-TNA this week.
I think one of the biggest positives of Loki is his different style of offense.
Right.
So difficult for the opposition to prepare for that combination, wrestling, mixed martial arts.
There it is!
There it is, almost as if on cue.
Oh, I mean, that caught AJ off guard. I don't know what AJ was expecting Loki to do, but it wasn't to do that.
If we have an opportunity, I'd love to see that cartwheel-style kick that time again by Loki as he turns things over to Illich Skipper. And
watch how he catches AJ right here.
Check it out.
Oh, he just walked right into it. And you know what? AJ has not recovered since as Loki makes a tag. Skipper's just toying with it right now because I swear there's still bats floating around in AJ's head.
You know, Don, a lot of talk going around in the locker room area before the event tonight about the NWA Board of Directors and the fact that they're currently in the process of looking for an authority figure to sort of oversee matters here in NWA-TNA. And all I can say is wise decision, and it's about time.
The sooner the better.
Another pin attempt for Styles and another 2 count on Skipper.
AJ trying to get the momentum back in his favor, and he does, and makes the tag to D'Lo.
The freshman D'Lo Brown, and actually,
look at this. Do they work so good together? You can't even believe that they've only wrestled together one other time.
Great teamwork here by Brown and Styles, and I think you really pointed out the obvious. If they set their minds to it, they would be an incredible force in the tag team division, but I think in the backs of their mind, both of them realize that they are as well in the NWA World Title picture, and they have an opportunity to advance. Victory here, they can go to Anarchy in the Asylum with the win.
Loki used the referee's position there when the referee went down. Loki used it to block himself from the view, and then he just came out of nowhere and leveled D'Lo.
Back to the attack is Loki.
Man, Loki.
Look at him neutralize with the face lock. He makes the tag, and within the 5-second grace period, Skipper comes in. Talk about great teamwork as well on the opposite side of the ring from these two members of Triple X.
Well, former champions. Champions for a long time they held the tag team belt. Great champions. Great athletes. And you know what? We were talking about it, Mike. If D'Lo and AJ lose this, or even if they win win this and they lose in the Anarchy in the Asylum, they may decide to go as tag teams because there's going to be someone else that's going to be in the title. So they might as well become tag team partners and go from there. What do you think?
I would agree with you there. And I'm also thinking, as I'm watching Skipper and Low-Ki here, what could be going through their minds thinking that the third member of Triple X, the fallen angel Christopher Daniels, is going to face Amazing Red and Jerry Lynn in a 2-on-1 matchup later tonight with the NWA World Tag Team titles at stake. Has to be something that's at least in the back of the minds of Low-Ki and Skipper.
Absolutely. That's a handicap match right there, buddy. 1-on-2 against the Amazing Red and Jerry Lynn. Oh! Oh, AJ. He's cleaning house. Yo! Look at that!
And a drop kick that was right on the button for Skipper.
This guy was so close to being the NWA World Heavyweight Champion. And he wants it. He's hungry.
Yeah, it was pretty obvious from hearing from AJ Styles 1 week ago. The pre-match interviews with all of the wrestlers, all of the VIPs, talking about Jeff Jarrett and Raven. And the fact that AJ Styles just had one thing on his mind during that interview, and that was that he gets another shot at the NWA Gold, whoever was wearing it, and it is around the waist of Jeff Jarrett.
Well, he knows now he's got to do two things. If he wants another shot at Jeff Jarrett, he's got to win. Oh, Skipper is so strong. That's not easy to do, throw D'Lo out of the ring. But AJ knows he's got to not only win this match, then he's got to win against 15 people, 14 other people in the Anarchy in the Asylum later on today.
Yeah, and think about that Anarchy in the Asylum. So much at stake in this match, and really so much that's not left up to the competitors that is as a result of the draw when you enter. We'll go into much more detail as that Anarchy in the Asylum match comes up later in tonight's broadcast. Battling inside the ring as well as outside. D'Lo and Skipper outside the ring.
There he goes! Oh,
Styles.
Skipper, whoa, great counter.
What a move. Skipper hooks him from outside. Low-Ki nails him from inside.
Boy, was that teamwork, Mike. Was Low-Ki just waiting? Once he realized Skipper had stopped him, he set it up.
Got a 2 count that time, did Low-Ki. Who's going to advance to Anarchy in the Asylum?
D'Lo still shaking up outside the ring there, where Skipper just slammed him into the guardrail.
The double team tactics from Skipper and Low-Ki.
Look at that.
Just taking their boots, the bottom of their wrestling boots, and skidding them right across the face of AJ Styles. Repeated shots by Skipper leads to a charging and onrushing Low-Ki who connects with a high kick. Hooks the leg and gets 2.
Again, here's 2 more. Now that they don't have the tag team belt, what's next for Skipper and Daniels? Skipper and Low-Ki. Well, I'll tell you what is. If they come victorious in this, it's a chance to be the #1 contender.
Of course, Skipper and Low-Ki have been together as a team for several months. Yes, Low-Ki's been away in Japan. This move, out of nowhere, a desperation powerbomb attempt, and he connected, did AJ Styles.
It looked like Skipper was going to do the play of the day right there, and AJ countered it, Mike, perfectly. Countered it perfectly.
The more experienced of the 2 teams in terms of being together as a regular team. Low-Ki and Skipper now reeling because D'Lo unleashes rights to Low-Ki. Point of the elbow, took him down. He's used one hand to throw down Skipper that time.
Got a little bit of size advantage. He's also agile. Did you see how high D'Lo got up there?
Nailed him with the leg lariat. Turns it over to Styles now. Styles turns his attention to Skipper. And D'Lo is going to drop down. Double leg drop.
Oh, that was a thing of beauty.
D'Lo charges at Skipper. Both men tumble up and over the top rope, crash down to the arena floor here at the Asylum. Meanwhile, back in the ring. It looked like Styles was going to put him away, and then Low-Ki came up with the kick out of nowhere.
Tell you what, AJ hesitated 1 second too long, and Low-Ki took advantage of it. D'Lo got him too. Did he get it?
Of AJ Styles and D'Lo Brown.
And they advance. Both AJ Styles and D'Lo Brown.
They're like a
Members of
well-oiled
Triple X.
machine, Mike.
Low-Ki, Christopher Daniels. He's got both of the belts. I wonder if that's a tip-off. And there's primetime Elix Skipper.
That's the beauty of this team. They're so hard to prepare for, Mike. They're so hard to get ready for because you don't know who you're facing. Not to mention, you've always got one lurking in the corner on the outside. That's why they are the current champs. They are the two-time tag team champs and one of the greatest tag teams that we've ever seen in TNA history.
And it was 1 week ago tonight, right here at the TNA Asylum, where Triple X regained the NWA World Tag Team title belt, scoring a disqualification win, by the way, over Amazing Red and Jerry Lynn. You know, no protecting of the belts here at NWA-TNA.
That's absolutely right.
That's the way that the rule was written, but it came back to haunt Jerry Lynn a week ago.
And it's a good rule. I hate that it happened to Jerry Lynn like it did, but it's a good rule. It's a rule to keep a champ from allowing himself, maybe he's losing, allowing himself to give up or disqualify the match and keep the belt.
AJ Styles, D'Lo Brown, 3-0 as a team the past 3 weeks, scoring wins over Mike Sanders and Glenn Gilbertti via disqualification, by the way. Then they came back to defeat Sonny Siaki and David Young, and they also defeated Elix Skipper and Low Key. Pretty impressive resume for this newly formed team. 3 matches, 3 wins. Can they make it 4? And can they get the NWA World Tag Team title belt back where they rightly belong, in the locker room of the National Wrestling Alliance?
This is what I love about TNA, Mike. The greatest tag teams in the world. The 2 we've got out here tonight. In D'Lo and AJ and Triple X, America's Most Wanted, the Disciples of the New Church, the Harris Brothers, so many great teams.
All right, let's send it to JB for the introductions of our title main event.
Ladies and gentlemen, the following contest is sanctioned by the National Wrestling Alliance and is your NWA Total Nonstop Action main event of the evening. When the bell rings, the man in charge, TNA official, Mr. Andrew Thomas. And now, ladies and gentlemen, introducing the challengers. First of all, from Miami, Florida, he weighs in at 263 pounds. This is D'Lo Brown. And his tag team partner, from Gainesville, Georgia, he weighs in at 214 pounds. This is the phenomenal AJ.
Short time. Both have been in these high-pressure, high-profile championship bouts in the past.
And now, ladies and gentlemen, introducing the current reigning and defending NWA World Tag Team Champions, representing Sports Entertainment Extreme. First of all, from Atlanta, Georgia, he weighs in at 248 pounds. Prime time, Elix Skipper. From Brooklyn, New York, he weighs in at 172 pounds. Low Key. And introducing from the City of Angels, he weighs in at 223 pounds. This is the Fallen Angel, Christopher Daniels.
Which 2, Mike, will it be?
We're about to find out who will be representing Triple X, who will be representing Sports Entertainment Extreme, and they jumpstart the match to let us know that it will be Christopher Daniels and Elix Skipper. Third member of Triple X, Low Key, out to the floor, and keep an eye on him.
Absolutely, though. But, Mike, you know what I like? Was it Triple X tried the surprise element, tried to shock AJ and D'Lo as to who was going to be, and AJ and D'Lo were ready for it. And look at this team of AJ Styles and D'Lo Brown.
Quick pin for 1-2. Have you ever seen a team, Don, that in just 3 weeks is able to be so fluid, to be able to put together a game plan like they have, to be able to be in sync when it comes to doing double team moves and another pin attempt and another 2 count for Styles?
I'll tell you what, it's almost like they were born to be partners. Twin sons of different mothers. I mean, it's absolutely incredible.
And of course, both interested in singles careers and singles championships here in NWA-TNA as well. And with an incredible run, 3-0, NWA Matchmakers decided this is their opportunity to get the NWA Tag Team Gold. And they're dominating in the early going.
Here it is!
You ready for this one? Pin him! 1, 2, kick out by Daniel.
One thing, though, you've got to give it, and we've seen it so many times, Triple X also is a well-oiled machine. These guys work together as good as anybody we've ever seen in TNA. And you've always got that third factor. But look at the team.
You talk about working as a team, too? No.
Oh, my God, they're incredible. I'll tell you right now.
Styles charges in, springs off the chest of Daniels, and levels into the clothesline.
I'll tell you what, AJ Styles and D'Lo Brown came to play ball.
You heard D'Lo and AJ talking about it earlier. How important.
Look at that.
Look out. Oh, baseball drop kick.
But you can't let up for 1 second, Mike.
Can't turn your attention somewhere else because they'll make you pay.
Great move by Styles going under and kicking Felix Skipper away, but then Christopher Daniels is just too wily, too experienced, and took advantage right there.
And D'Lo not helping out his partner at all here.
Well, Andrew Thomas won't let him in because he's not.
And as a result, Andrew Thomas can't see the double teaming on the floor by Loki, who's not a participant in this match, but when does that ever stop Sports Entertainment Extreme?
Oh, absolutely.
And Skipper back in the ring is Styles. Fallen Angel Daniels takes him down. Back heel trip with authority and just drove him down to the canvas.
Triple X has figured out a way to wrestle 3-on-2 every time they have a match. They figured it out, and there's nothing anybody can do about it.
Well, they're the masters of deception.
That's right.
They're the masters of going behind the referee, just out of his eyesight, just out of his view.
Christopher Daniels is taking control here. Now watch how they do this. They'll look at this.
Felix Skipper walks the ropes and
what a move by Skipper!
sensational. He snaps off a Huracan Rana after walking the ropes. Now gets 2, and Styles amazingly kicks out.
I'll tell you what, Mike. This is the man. Oh, look at it! Felix Skipper, he's got him!
Twisting in and getting another 2 count.
They are so good together. I'll tell you what, D'Lo and AJ, I know that the momentum has been high for them, and they're so excited about their team, but they're really facing they're facing the tag team champions.
Confidence level of Felix Skipper just seems to grow by leaps and bounds with every passing day. Off the top comes Daniels.
Oh, just.
What an elbow.
Think about Triple X. Wait a minute.
2. D'Lo in to break it up, fortunately, and stop the pin attempt by Daniels.
Think about Triple X. They lost their belts, and within 1 week, 1 match, they got them back. You don't see that happen very often. But they are focused as a team, and now again, AJ Styles, low-key, is just beating him up outside the ring.
And notice how Christopher Daniels was baiting D'Lo Brown.
Absolutely.
Trying to get into the skin of D'Lo, and as a result, his 2 other partners in Triple X, Loki and Skipper, were double teaming on Styles behind the back of the referee. Of the abdominal stretch using a hammerlock to hold off AJ Styles.
AJ's got to get a tag to D'Lo right now.
Notice that Daniels reaches through and keys the lock by holding his arms, his one hand to his other arm. Now Styles ducks that clothesline.
Oh, baby! That was vicious!
Desperation move, but the powerbomb paid off. It paid off for Styles and Brown. If Styles can get to the corner,
Daniels can get up. Oh, he can.
He's got to tag that outstretched hand of D'Lo Brown.
That was unbelievable.
He's close.
He's got it.
He's got him.
Here he comes.
D'Lo in, unloads first on Daniels, now on Skipper. Running clothesline, and a vicious clothesline takes down Skipper.
Look at this. D'Lo's got it. His own version.
Winds him up, drives him down, gets 1, gets 2. Oh, Skipper there to break it up. Boy, the momentum has just switched in this matchup again. Just back and forth it goes. D'Lo.
Oh, D'Lo is the freshest one out there in the ring.
Stuns him out of a suplex.
Oh, Daniels broke it up.
Thought they had him that time.
What awareness by Christopher Daniels. What awareness.
D'Lo shoots Daniels off, and there's teamwork for you.
You got that right.
They're back in sync once again. The challengers, D'Lo Brown and AJ Styles. The undefeated challengers.
Oh, man.
Daniels.
And again, wow, Andrew Thomas is looking at this. Loki is getting into AJ Styles outside the ring. That's that third factor right there.
You know, it was almost as if they were going for that sky-high combination with the neck breaker in the ring that they've used in the past couple of weeks, and you see that it was stopped and the Koji clutch is applied. The Koji clutch, the move made famous in Japan by Koji Kanemoto. Daniels, with so many tours of the Orient, learning that move over in Japan and bringing it here to NWA-TNA.
Well, if you saw again, Low-Key was instrumental in that, Mike. When they went for it, Low-Key grabbed AJ Styles' neck, pulled him out, and left D'Lo there waiting for the partner, and Christopher Daniels again countered it perfectly. But D'Lo has the size advantage here on any one of them. And there's AJ Styles!
Looked like Daniels was going for the Angel's wings. D'Lo able to break it up, and then Styles hits the missile dropkick, follows up with a spin kick that's blocked.
Look at that agility!
Lands on his feet, went for the kick.
Beautiful kick, how does he do that?
First kick didn't connect, but the second one surely did. But Low-Key out with his tag team partner, Christopher Daniels, in a conference.
There's the little teamwork, they're beautiful! How do they do that?
He just elevated him, he just back body dropped his own tag team partner.
Perfect execution!
D'Lo just sent AJ flying over the top. Down goes Low-Key, down goes Daniels.
We gotta see that again if we can, Keith.
This is our chance.
Here it is.
Check it out.
Oh,
wow.
Perfect. Wait a minute. Oh, look at that. D'Lo just baited Elix Skipper.
Great move by D'Lo, playing possum with Elix Skipper. Skipper out on the floor as well. Now D'Lo mounting the corner. Hey, don't tell me D'Lo's gonna fly. That's 270 pounds.
Elix Skipper took the brunt of it.
Cross body block on Skipper. 270 plus off the top by D'Lo on prime time.
What a main event. Mike, this is one of the greatest tag team matches I've ever seen in my life.
Everything we expected between these two great teams.
Oh, AJ's got, wait a minute.
Countered by Daniels. Can he put him away?
Holy, wait a minute.
No block.
What a counter by AJ.
Inverted DDT planted him. Daniels down, but is he out? Styles says, let's finish him off. Is he going to go for the Styles Clash?
He's
Here it is.
Where's the referee?
Styles Clash.
Where's the referee?
Gilbertti.
Oh, there's Gilbertti again. The ref's out.
Referee's out here on the floor. Low-Key. And the referee, it's Gilbertti. Oh,
it's now 4-on-2, Mike. It's 4-on-2. It's
they
Gilbertti.
did it again. Roll-up attempt. No.
Oh.
Damn.
Gilbertti again!
And still, NWA Tag Team Champions of the World, Triple H! Wildcat Chris Harris, Cowboy James Storm, America's Most Wanted.
And this is the qualifying match that we talked about earlier. The winner of this match will gain the 8th and final slot in the Asylum Alliance tournament. Great call by the NWA, great call by the TNA officials. They said, let's put the two best tag teams representing the National Wrestling Alliance in the ring. And let's see who advances, who wins this qualifying match to gain the 8th and final slot in the tag tournament.
And their opponents, weighing 214 pounds from Gainesville, Georgia, AJ Styles.
Man. What a tag team this has been, Professor.
AJ Styles and D'Lo Brown, and we'll wait now for Mortimer to introduce D'Lo. Go.
And his partner, weighing 260 pounds from Chicago, Illinois, D'Lo Brown.
Great job there by Mortimer Plumtree in a relief effort. Great job in a relief effort. We'll try to find out some kind of condition on Jeremy Borash, but I'll tell you what, he was caught unaware and he is done. What a victory. vicious DDT.
You know,
by
Raven gave the warning earlier about innocent victims. But then out of nowhere, to DDT our ring announcer, Jeremy Borash, who's been helped to the back. And again, it's Raven sending a message to the NWA World's Heavyweight Champion, Jeff Jarrett.
Unbelievable night, Mike. So many things going on. We'll have
it sounded
the
like
eighth and final member of that tag team tournament decided in this match, Mike.
I mean, did you just hear the interview with D'Lo as well in the back?
Yeah.
Sounds like D'Lo is still interested in a shot at the NWA World's Heavyweight Champion, Jeff Jarrett, as well.
Well, I was talking with D'Lo, Mike, and he told me he enjoys working with AJ Styles, and he thinks AJ is such a phenomenal talent, but he didn't come here. I mean, and he'll do what he's got to do, but he has NWA Championship gold on his mind. And you know AJ feels the same way, and I think he's just wondering what's going on.
This team, newly formed of AJ Styles and D'Lo Brown, they were unbeaten. They were undefeated until last Wednesday, when the interference of the #1 contender, Glenn Gilbertti, allowed Triple X to keep the tag titles in the NWA tag title match against them. And now, all of a sudden, they were challenging for the tag belts last week. Now they're in the situation where they just have to qualify to gain that 8th and final slot for the Asylum Alliance tournament.
I'll tell you what, Mike, on paper, this is one phenomenal match. America's Most Wanted, D'Lo and AJ.
Certainly you have to look at the experience edge in terms of time that they've spent together as a team, goes strongly to America's Most Wanted.
Other than maybe Triple X, I don't know if I've seen any teams that are as fluid and cohesive as these two teams have been.
I think D'Lo and AJ were a little shocked right there, a little surprised that the double team move on James Storm didn't work to their advantage. And instead, Storm turns things over to the Wildcat, Chris Harris.
Well, I'm going to tell you something. D'Lo and AJ, as talented as they are going to have their hands full with America's Most Wanted, because these are the two-time tag team champions, and nobody works together like these guys.
Yeah, looking to get back in that tag
picture.
And that's exactly how they can do it.
Oh, great matchup in size, great matchup in agility. Oh, man. Trying to get him up there, Mike, but he couldn't. Oh, D'Lo does.
Oh, my. Suplex over, caught him with a stunner on the way down, goes for the pin and got 2. D'Lo right back to the offensive. Scooping a mid-ring slam. Turns things over. Good, quick tags. In comes AJ. Hip tossed his own partner right on top of Harris, and another near fall.
I'm trying to think if I can remember Chris Harris and AJ Styles ever against each other. Whoa, what a kick by AJ Styles.
Wow. Styles caught him with the drop kick, and all of a sudden the advantage strongly to Styles and D'Lo Brown.
Oh, but did you see the tag there?
That's part of that experience as a team that we spoke about earlier. Able to reach back, make the tag, but wow, AJ just too tough against both Harris and Storm.
It's almost like AJ read it. He had eyes in the back of his head, Mike. Eyes in the back of his head. The phenomenal AJ Styles, and that's exactly what he is. Oh, man. Oh, look at that.
By Styles. Storm able to counter. Gonna try and catapult him?
Oh, but look at the cat like AJ. Oh, Storm got him with a kick, Mike.
Super kick, caught him off the rope. Storm hooks the leg, and no, a 2 count.
James Storm, so impressive. The one match that these two had to face each other, it was Storm that came out on top against Wildcat Chris Harris. But it could have gone either way.
Styles to the rope. Tremendous elevation that time by Harris with the back body drop.
Such strength Chris Harris has. D'Lo's in there, Mike.
And referee Andrew Thomas steps right in to get D'Lo Brown out. In the corner, America's Most Wanted. Now they've got Styles in trouble now. Storm from outside.
Look at that, how Chris Harris just distracted the ref enough so that Storm could rough him up in there, Mike.
And the tag is in. You know, there have been all of these rumors. There's been all this talk about the dissension problems between America's Most Wanted. But they're working like a well-oiled machine here tonight.
I think maybe, hopefully, they're back on the same page. Because nothing You know, they are one of the best tag. At one point, you'd have to say they were the best tag team in the business. And it wouldn't take them long to get back there, too, if they could just, like we said, stay together.
Tag is into Harris. And America's Most Wanted with the double team. Storm's going to take his own partner.
Oh,
now
there it
reverse.
is.
Look at that. Back elbow. Styles to the corner. Just like clockwork.
It is.
Pin attempt. Legs hooked and D'Lo in. Fortunately for the team of D'Lo Brown and AJ Styles to stop the count, make the save.
Tag there by Harris. AJ has just been on the back end. I can't remember seeing AJ taking a beating like this before, Mike.
Off the scoop and slam by Harris. Storm goes for the pin and gets another 2 count. Yeah, America's Most Wanted is all of a sudden taking over control of this match that earlier it looked like Styles and D'Lo had the upper hand in the opening minutes, but now it's been all America's Most Wanted. And again, the double team. Wow.
Oh, beautiful. Well, you know AMW would love a third tag team championship, and the only way they can do it is win this tournament. It's Asylum Alliance tournament.
And just to get into that tournament, they have to win this qualifying match. Which of these two teams will advance to a slot, the 8th and final slot in the tournament?
Oh, AJ is so incredible.
The leg strength of Styles.
It was like Wildcat was going for the catatonic there or something, and AJ just countered it. So incredible, didn't he? AJ Styles can wrestle anybody.
Styles hits the high impact move and now going to try and make his way to the corner.
Oh, D'Lo's ready.
D'Lo is sitting on ready, and there's the tag, and the tag as well for Storm. The two fresh men meet. D'Lo just challenges him and takes him up and over with the back body drop. The clothesline for Harris. Back to Storm. To the ropes he goes.
D'Lo shows his agility, Mike.
D'Lo cleaning house here.
Oh, man.
Wind up and a slam.
Oh, here it comes.
Drops down with the leg drop. And the pin attempt. And 2, and the save by Chris Harris.
AJ Styles comes in to help out his partner.
Very competitive back and forth matchup, just as we expected when you pair the top 2 teams in the National Wrestling Alliance, the 2 top NWA teams representing the NWA locker room, and I think that's exactly what they have here, the 2 best. Wow, inverted DDT out of the corner by Storm, and AJ got the save.
I'll tell you what, AJ was aware enough to give up his little battle that he was having with Wildcat outside the ring to get in there just in time to break it up. And look at him now, AJ's got it.
Styles with the pin, gets 2, there's the save.
Won't let him have it.
Again, the importance of this match, so obvious. You can just see it with these 4 competitors doing everything that they can, everything within their power to win this qualifying match in advance. Series of back elbows by Styles just rocks the Wildcat.
Oh, man. Wildcat was waiting for
Harris blocked it.
Oh.
D'Lo for the save.
AJ's gotten so many people that way, but Wildcat Harris was waiting for it.
And it's interesting.
And now he's paying for
that
it.
Someone like Chris Harris, a student of the game like Chris Harris, would see that kind of a move coming from AJ Styles.
Well, you know, these guys have been here from the beginning of TNA. And so has AJ, and they've had a chance to scout each other so often, every week. Oh, man.
Storm went for the Enziguri, and he caught Harris with it. And here's a Styles clash. AJ's got him. Styles clash on Storm.
Oh, no, guess what?
D'Lo, wait a minute, is that David Young?
David Young.
David Young from the 6 locker room, as well as Daniels,
And
as well as Skipper. D'Lo's going to go froggy.
Oh, he's got him.
Frog splash off the top.
What in the world's going on here?
Yeah, I see what's going on here. You know what this is? 6 is trying to get a double disqualification.
Oh.
They're trying to get both teams eliminated. You can see referee Andrew Thomas. Pinfall in the ring. He got him.
The winners of the match, America's Most Wanted.
How did Storm do it?
They did it. America's Most Wanted got the pin, got the win, and they advance despite the intentions of Sports Entertainment Extreme. There was a method to their madness.
I see what you're saying. They realized it. These were probably the two best teams that had a chance to take them out, Mike.
Tonight, so many scores to settle, but let's first go to JB for the introduction of our first match.
The opening contest for NWA Total Non-Stop Action is scheduled for one fall. Making their way to the ring at a combined weight of 440 pounds, the team of CM Punk and Jason Cross.
Opponents last Wednesday in the four-way X Division elimination matchup, but tag team partners tonight.
And their opponents, first of all, from Gainesville, Georgia, he weighs in at 214 pounds, the phenomenal AJ Styles.
AJ Styles makes his way to the ring, and we're ready for the introduction of his regular tag team partner. And what a pairing this has become, Don.
Absolutely, Mike.
His tag team partner from Chicago, Illinois. He weighs in at 262 pounds. D'Lo Brown.
What intriguing comments last week from D'Lo Brown. Prior to his matchup, D'Lo Brown seemed to imply to me that NWA World's Heavyweight Champion Jeff Jarrett was doing everything within his power to avoid facing both D'Lo Brown and AJ Styles one-on-one.
I'll tell you what, did you just see that kick that Jason Cross put on D'Lo? And here goes Jason. Oh!
Twisting over the top goes Jason Cross, crashing into D'Lo Brown after hitting the planche, and AJ Styles just, he jumped the guardrail, got the boot up, and just super kicked the taste right out of CM Punk's mouth.
Well, obviously, AJ and D'Lo are upset about losing that match last week to become part of the Asylum Alliance tournament. CM Punk and Jason Cross, what a great combo. This is going to be so close to becoming the top X Division contenders. So great, so athletic, have joined together. I think this is going to be one fantastic match, Professor.
You know, Jason Cross actually eliminated CM Punk last week in that bout where Paul London pinned Kid Romeo to become the #1 contender to the new X Division champ and the newest member of Sex, Chris Sabin. Pin attempt now by CM Punk, broken up by D'Lo.
You know, you were mentioning it earlier, Mike. AJ Styles and D'Lo Brown have been one of the greatest tag teams that we have seen in such a short period of time. They have gelled together like nobody I've ever seen, that have never, wrestled together before. And if they wanted to, there's no doubt, I think, that they could pursue that to no end and maybe go all the way to the tag team belts one day. But I'll tell you, D'Lo Brown made it very clear what his desire was.
Jason Cross uses the full Nelson, turns it into a dragon suplex, and goes for the pin here on Styles. And are you as surprised as I am that Jason Cross and CM Punk teaming together for the very first time? They've been able to really meld as a team. They really are showing great teamwork just with moves like that.
I'll tell you something, a team like D'Lo and AJ, is ripe for plucking right now. You've got 200 kids in CM Punk and Jason Cross that want to be in TNA every week, and they want to prove that they belong. And what a way to do it. Come out here and beat two greats like this. That makes a statement, Mike. Oh, man.
Well, what impact that time by Punk as he DDT Styles and D'Lo in again to make the save.
I'll tell you what, it's almost like AJ Styles cannot believe what is going on right now, as Jason Cross and CM Punk have totally taken control right here, Mike.
In the driver's seat here in the early going of our opening tag team matchup. We're going to tell you about several scores that will be settled tonight. As we came live at the top of the program, we saw The Gathering, Raven's Gathering, Julio and Alexis arriving at the TNA Asylum, confronted at the back by #1 contender Glenn Gilbertti, and it's going to be Gilbertti and Raven later tonight one-on-one.
Did you see that great move there by Jason Cross? How AJ was coming at him, and he just went right for the foot, dove at it, kicked it, took AJ out of his move there, Mike.
Cross goes for another pin, lateral press, and another 2 count.
I understand that these two are really very familiar with each other in NWA Wildside in Georgia. They have wrestled each other a lot, and Jason Cross is very familiar with AJ Styles, so don't be surprised out there, folks, that Jason Cross is holding his own with the phenomenal AJ Styles. He knows him very well.
He was to the point where he got a little cocky and started to paint brush AJ Styles, and AJ Styles has just exploded rights and lefts, but he telegraphed
360 in the air. Jason Cross, I don't even know how he knows who he is.
Amazingly, Jason Cross is headed to the right corner. There's the tag to D'Lo. Tag on the opposite side to CM Punk. D'Lo in with the draw.
How does D'Lo get up so high there for such a big man? Did you see that boot he put to CM Punk?
Ducks the clothesline for Cross. Gonna take him up. Has him elevated.
Oh, man.
Drives him down.
Jason Cross has taken just two of the most vicious hits I've ever seen in a match, Mike.
It's double team move.
That's the teamwork we were talking about earlier.
Whoa! No! Jason Cross went to springboard. D'Lo caught him in midair, planted him with the powerbomb. Motions to AJ. Head to the top. D'Lo up on top. AJ's gonna springboard.
Oh, look at that teamwork!
Here's the pin.
There he is! No!
The winners of the match, the team of AJ Styles and D'Lo.
Oh yeah, they got it together on NWA-TNA.
The following contest for total non-stop action is your main event. About to make their way to the ring, being accompanied by Don Callis from Hendersonville, Tennessee. This is Jeff Jarrett.
Who's his partner gonna be, Don?
I have no idea, Mike, but he better come up with somebody good because we know how good AJ and D'Lo Brown can be when they're combined as a team.
Yeah, with Piper at ringside.
And his tag team partner from Johnson City, Tennessee, he is the KID Kid Kash.
Oh, that makes sense, doesn't it?
Well, here's a guy that said he wanted to align himself with Jeff Jarrett. He did Jeff Jarrett a favor last week against AJ Styles. Who better than Kid Kash to bring in as your partner? Someone who is very similar in styles as AJ Styles is.
The unholy alliance between Jeff Jarrett and Kid Kash. It was formed last Wednesday night. Kash cemented his relationship with Team Jarrett. He assured the Jarrett title victory that Jarrett would keep. You hear what he said?
He said both of us have to make a decision.
What a man to choose as his tag team partner. He's got a man that he can trust, a man that he can rely on in Kid Kash.
And their opponent, first of all, from Chicago, Illinois, he weighs in at 268 pounds, D'Lo Brown.
For weeks, we've heard the rumors that the NWA Director of Authority, Eric Watts, is losing power, but now that D'Lo's back, now that Piper's here, what do you think? Watts may be regaining the power.
Piper said he had backup, and what good backup that was. D'Lo Brown, great to see him back in here in TNA.
And his tag team partner, from Gainesville, Georgia, he weighs in at 212 pounds. This is the phenomenal AJ Styles.
No way around it. He was screwed last Wednesday night. He was robbed in his quest to regain the NWA title. Tonight, AJ looking to exact a little revenge from the two men that cost him his chance to become a two-time champ, and he's got a familiar partner in D'Lo Brown.
There's no doubt who the crowd's behind, and when they called AJ and D'Lo and look at the two back together again, the crowd went nuts. These two have worked together before. Kid Kash and Jeff Jarrett have never teamed up together. Will that be enough for D'Lo Brown and AJ Styles, Mike?
And introducing, coming to ringside, he is Hot Rod Roddy Piper.
He's back, returned to TNA earlier tonight. There you see him waving the flag of the NWA, reclaiming the NWA's turf. He's back home in the NWA where his career started decades ago. And when Eric Watts asked him to join Styles and D'Lo at ringside, 100% in there supported. What a diverse individual Piper is. On the National Preservation Council for Historic Properties, celebrity spokesperson for Lerner newspapers fighting illiteracy, Piper can do it all.
Oh, D'Lo Brown knew that Jeff Jarrett was on the other side. Did you see AJ just leveling Jeff Jarrett right there? These guys are so good together, Mike.
Watch Kid Kash.
Oh, you gotta be kidding!
Great double drop kick by D'Lo Brown and AJ Styles to counter the top rope high risk move by Kid Kash.
Does that bring back memories, Mike, or what?
It does. I mean, think of several months ago, D'Lo, AJ Styles is a team we thought that they really could go places, and look at that drop kick.
Oh, man, right into the gut. Both of them connected. Again, the teamwork as he takes them both out.
Took his own partner, did D'Lo. Back body drop Styles onto both Jarrett and Kid Kash. And think of this team when it comes to AJ Styles and when it comes to D'Lo Brown. And they may have had a few problems in the past, but they have mutual respect, and maybe more importantly, they have common enemies.
You better believe it, Mike. And we all know that AJ Styles is a changed man. Since he left the company of Vince Russo, he's a changed man, and I think D'Lo Brown recognizes that. Right here as we see AJ Styles throwing Kid Kash back into the ring.
And think of the factor of Roddy Piper at ringside. The kind of confidence that gives AJ Styles and D'Lo. Quick roll up by Kash.
Be careful, Kid Kash has got a lot of experience.
Small
a lot
package
more
by
than
Styles.
AJ almost had him.
Reversal into the ropes goes Kash. Went for the hip toss. Stop, block. AJ gonna...
Oh, Kid Kash
AJ Kash in the ring. Meanwhile, outside the ring, D'Lo Brown wielding the chair, drives it to the back of the champ.
D'Lo Brown obviously been talking with Roddy Piper before this match. He's been prepared for this. He's wanted Jeff Jarrett from the moment he got into the ring. Jeff Jarrett, you can see him holding his face from the blows of D'Lo Brown. AJ Styles, I'm sorry, go ahead, Mike.
Action back in the ring as Styles turns things over to D'Lo Brown. He neutralized Kid Kash, positioned to the corner, and brings in D'Lo, and D'Lo fights back.
He's got him right here. 1, 2. Oh, man, Kash just got out of it.
Barely.
Just got out of it.
The management consultant, TNA's Don Callis at ringside, checking to see if Jarrett's lip was split open.
You know what I remember now so much about AJ Styles and D'Lo Brown? How when they started teaming up, it was almost like they teamed together for years. It was almost like they'd been tag team partner year after year when they had just met. And again, as you see them,
just like that,
just like this, it's almost like these two were born to be tag
team partners. Here's the pin, here's the cover, here's two.
Kash
got the shoulder out.
A lot of experience in Kash.
Take a look at the replay. Here you see it on the right-hand side of the screen. What incredible teamwork from Styles and D'Lo. Elevates his own partner into the air, connects with the drop kick on Kash.
Oh, man, D'Lo Brown almost took Kash's head off.
Sure did with the clothesline.
You know, it's almost like for every plan, they've got a backup plan. If plan A doesn't work, they're ready to go with plan B. If they foil plan B, they got plan C ready to go.
How can they communicate like this when you're right, they really only team for several weeks?
It's just knowing what the other person can do in the ring and knowing where they're at all times.
Reversal, Kash sends D'Lo into the corner, springs up to the middle rope. D'Lo charges at him, Kash ducks the clothesline, and Kash takes his legs out.
That's a good move by Kid Kash. At this point, he was getting slaughtered. He had to take D'Lo Brown out, and why not do it right at the legs? As he's got Jarrett in, and there's the teamwork.
The double team, the double back elbows from Kash and Jarrett take down D'Lo.
One thing about it, Jeff Jarrett's the NWA champion, and he knows what to do once he's in that ring. So even though him and Kash haven't teamed up together before, they'll figure it out in a hurry, Mike.
What have you heard about this huge announcement, this major news that Jeff Jarrett has been talking about? I think he originally brought it up last week.
I don't know, Mike, and I'm getting nervous because right before the match started, Jarrett came over here and looked at both of us and said, we have to make a decision.
We also heard Jarrett earlier talking about running a background check on somebody. What the hell's that all about?
I don't know. I'm confused as to what all's going on. It's just, I'm almost trying to mind my P's and Q's. Don't want to take any side right now. Oh, D'Lo just showed Jeff Jarrett what side he's on.
D'Lo avoids the contact from Jarrett twice and then connects. Drives him down to the mat. Turns it over to AJ.
Oh, AJ Styles, you know he's got some pent-up anger.
Oh, you're not kidding.
Some pent-up rage from last week.
With every right hand that he delivers, he's thinking about that revenge. He's thinking about that payback after being screwed out of a possible second reign as NWA champion.
I'll say one thing, though. AJ had to be happy when Kid Kash came out with Jeff Jarrett. He can get 2 for the price of 1 tonight. Oh, what a kick by AJ Styles.
Drop kick on target. Drop kick on the button from Styles. Here's the cover. Broken up by Kash.
That's the experience of Kid Kash. This guy is a wily veteran. How many years? 14 years?
Something like that. Yes, very experienced as Kid Kash. Scooping a slam by Styles, who springs off the ropes and drops the knee across the head of Jarrett.
Oh, AJ Styles, here it is. 1, 2.
Another pin and another near fall for Styles on Jarrett.
I'll tell you what, man, AJ Styles doesn't just want to pin Jarrett in that ring. He wants to beat him. He wants to embarrass him. He wants to exact some revenge, but he didn't get it there.
Perfect double team move. You have to admit that. You have to give the Devils their due. Jarrett takes Styles up into the air. Kash drives him across that top steel cable, and then Kash is choking. Styles just trying to choke the life right out of him.
These two are no strangers, and I'll tell you something else. These two have never liked each other, not in the history of NWA-TNA. You ask any one of them, either Styles or Kash, and they'll tell you they do not like the other. That's why it makes so much sense when Kid Kash aligned with Jeff Jarrett last week.
Roddy Piper at ringside, waving the flag of the National Wrestling Alliance, getting under the skin of the NWA World's Heavyweight Champion Jeff Jarrett, and trying to fire up Styles and D'Lo.
Oh, look at the athleticism of AJ. He's got him. Oh, Kid Kash
fighting him off.
No, wait, he's reversed it. Kash has reversed it.
Takes him up. Oh, that's the move. He calls that the dead level. He hit it. He covers 2. Styles able to get the shoulder up. Amazing. What resilience by Styles.
One thing you've got to wonder about Styles and Jarrett, how much do they have in the tank after their epic bout last week? Do they just forget all that and just, you move on to the task at hand? They gave so much effort last week. It's got to come to play the longer this match goes.
And here are the 2 men who met for the World's Heavyweight title just 1 week ago in this same ring. Backdrop suplex by Jarrett. And the Jarrett strut from the NWA World's Heavyweight Champion.
Now, Jeff Jarrett, he could have went for the pin. He just kind of wanted to add insult to injury there, Mike. Just kind of rub it in the face of AJ Styles. He's got him, yelling he can't compete on my level.
I think that's been proven wrong several times.
He should have lost last week. He shouldn't even be the heavyweight champion. That man should. Oh, see how long Jarrett just held him up there.
High vertical suplex. Finally takes him over. Then goes for the cover, and that overconfident pin by Jarrett may have cost him that time.
He just didn't have enough pressure on AJ's chest. AJ, oh man.
Jarrett the drop toe hold. Kash springs off the ropes.
This is the teamwork now. Look at this.
You know, it's amazing. First time they've ever teamed. Very cohesive, though, as a team, but D'Lo comes in to make the save. I think you have to go back to Kid Kash's roots. Trained for professional wrestling by Ricky Morton of the Rock and Roll Express, one of the all-time great tag team wrestlers. So I guess it would be only natural that Kid Kash would be such a great tag team partner, even in the first time that he and Jarrett have joined forces.
Oh, Kid Kash, you know he's loving this new alignment that he's got with Jarrett. He's just rubbing it in. Look at the pain on AJ Styles. He's
top wrist lock applied. Reaches through to key the top wrist lock.
Oh, he's got the foot on the ropes now. He has the foot on the ropes. Referee Andrew Thomas sees it finally.
Styles back to his feet.
Listen to this crowd,
They're chanting for AJ, and he's making it.
Oh, man.
Talk about a comeback that was derailed by a clothesline. Exactly what we saw by Kash.
I never saw this coming. I just figured that D'Lo and AJ, especially the way they started, would just dismantle Jarrett and Kid Kash right here, but it's not happening.
Yeah, and especially when you factor in that it is their first time ever as a tag team.
There's no substitute for experience that Jeff Jarrett and Kid Kash have in spades.
Uh-oh. Sleeper hold applied by Jarrett. Ring positioning, dead center, right in the middle of the ring. Styles gonna try and fight it off. Can he shoot him into the ropes?
He's got him right there.
He's gonna try and send him off. He does.
Oh, Jeff. Oh, they both knock each other out.
What a collision. Both men colliding in mid-ring. Both men heads hitting.
Andrew Thomas is gonna start the count right here as he's got it going. both of them out.
How important is it at this point to the team that's able to get the tag in, to the team that's able to bring the fresh man into the battle?
Roddy Piper screaming at AJ to get up, waving the flag.
D'Lo extending his hand. Piper trying to turn him on.
And he's got it.
That's one way to do it. Tag into D'Lo. Yes, he's fresh. Yes, he's on fire.
You better believe it. He's got the momentum right here, and he just lets Jeff Jarrett have it. Here he comes again. Another one.
Flying forearm takes him down. Lateral press. Jarrett kicks out at 2. Oh, D'Lo can feel it at this point until Jarrett takes the shortcut.
Well, he had to stop the momentum somehow, and Jeff Jarrett knows exactly. Oh, man!
Power
He's got
slam!
him! One down!
Cash is there to break it up.
Jeff Jarrett's mercenary. His paid soldier comes in at the right moment to break it up.
To the ropes goes Jarrett. Ooh, that time, the telegraph of the back body drop. It cost D'Lo. Tag into Cash, but
It
look
also
at
cost
D'Lo.
Cash.
D'Lo explodes with a pair of running clotheslines.
Jeff Jarrett able to get out of the ring. Cash just good right into the raft. Oh, man! D'Lo Brown just making mincemeat out of him, Mike.
Gonna go for another pin, and
oh, he just got his shoulder up.
yet another in a series of near falls. Yet another in a series of 2 counts in this incredibly competitive tag team main event. Reversal into the ropes goes D'Lo. Jarrett caught him with a kick from outside.
Oh, man, here goes Kid Cash. We've seen him do this so many times before. All the way across the ring, and he nails it.
Coast to coast, connecting with the dropkick after springing off the top ropes, somersaulting into the dropkick. Here's the pin. Here's 1. Here's 2. AJ in for the save.
Kid Cash so close right there. So much is at stake with Kid Cash. I mean, where would his standings be with Jeff Jarrett if he loses this match? Oh, man! AJ drills him!
Inverted DDT.
Got him.
Styles follows up, and Jarrett is there to break up the pin.
What an incredible night of action tonight. Jeff Jarrett now in total control with the knee right to the gut.
I don't know who's legal at this point. Do you?
No,
Help me out
I
here.
don't think
Somebody
Andrew
get me a
Thomas
road
does
map.
either.
Clothesline by Jarrett. Turn Styles inside out. He's going to make the pin. And
you know what? When you got 2 former champions like Styles and Jarrett in the ring right there, and your referee Andrew Thomas, you don't say nothing. You don't stop it. You just let it go.
this time,
There's
D'Lo
the
and Styles.
teamwork.
Great double team on
Got
Jarrett.
him. Cash just in time.
Every time you think that Styles and Brown or even Jarrett and Cash are going to take over and win the match, the save is made by the opposite team in the corner.
Cash just leveling AJ Styles with blow after blow.
Keep an eye on Jarrett.
He just grabbed a chair right here.
You're damn
in front
right
of
he
us.
did. And referee Andrew Thomas saw it.
Oh!
Do you see
Roddy
Piper?
Piper took advantage. AJ Styles has got him on the rope.
Little flagpole justice by Piper.
Styles clash
Not from the middle rope.
He
Yes.
nailed it.
Styles clash. Planted him from the middle
He
rope.
put his
Turn
face.
around.
He's got it.
Count
1,
Andrew.
2. It's all over.
What a matchup.
The winners of the
win.
match, the team of D'Lo Brown and AJ Styles. The following contest is a dream match where whoever catches the pinfall gets a championship match of their choice. About to make their way to the ring, they are the team of Simon Diamond and Johnny Swinger.
They finally tasted what it was like to be on top of the NWA's tag team world with a 3-month reign as the tag champs. And Diamond and Swinger, as we heard earlier tonight, would like nothing more than to get another chance at the titles. And think about it, with a victory in this holiday wish list dream match, they could be celebrating the holidays early, knowing that they would get a shot at 3 live crew for the tag belts.
And their opponents, first of all, from Chicago, Illinois. He weighs in at 258 pounds, D'Lo Brown.
D'Lo Brown, Mike, today, teaming up again with AJ Styles. It's always great when these two are together because they are so, so good.
Think about the stipulations, though. Think about the intrigue behind this first ever TNA Dream Tag Team matchup. D'Lo already said he wants a world's title shot if he scores the pin.
And his opponent, from Gainesville, Georgia, he weighs in at 216 pounds. He is the phenomenal AJ Styles.
Look what he's accomplished. Pioneer in the X Division. First X Division champ. NWA World Tag Team Champion. Former NWA World's Heavyweight Champion. And we've heard it from him earlier. If he scores the pin, he gets an early Christmas. AJ Styles, he wants a shot at the world's heavyweight title.
Think about it though, Mike, today, the last time these two guys were partners, it was the heavyweight title that ended up splitting them apart.
You're right. That's exactly what it was that drove a wedge between these two. But we just witnessed the mutual respect that they have for each other. And the fact that both of them want a shot at the world's heavyweight title belt, I think it just exemplifies. I think it just shows the world how important the titles are here in the NWA, here on Total Nonstop Action.
I'm not sympathizing with Jeff Jarrett, but I can almost see where the paranoia comes from. Everybody wants a piece of the title.
And think about Raven's situation later tonight.
That's right.
He's just one win away in the steel cage six-man tag from assuring himself the opportunity to fulfill what he calls his destiny, and that's to become NWA World's Heavyweight Champion. And Don, you're right. They're coming at Jarrett from every angle, but that's the way it is when you're the World's Heavyweight Champion. You have a target on your back.
That just goes with the territory. You have to expect it, but it's AJ Styles right now giving it to Simon Diamond.
Wrestling clinic from the former World's Heavyweight Champion. Great leg sweep, follow up with the arm drag. Simon Diamond going to use a little power edge that he has here, a little weight advantage, muscles him into the corner.
Simon Diamond and Johnny Swinger were great champions, Mike, today, and they fought a lot of great tag teams, AMW, Three Live Crew, and the like. But this is a tag team unlike any they've ever faced. The power of D'Lo Brown, the agility of the phenomenal AJ Styles. They're a tag team that is so good together, I don't know how you could prepare for them. We'll see if they got what they're made of.
That's how you prepare for them, with great moves like that, and then the follow-up arm drag, again to neutralize the opposition, to keep Simon Diamond in place, to wear down the opponents and set them up for an opportunity to get an early Christmas present by winning this holiday wish list dream match.
One thing that Simon and Swinger do have is they work tag team champ for nothing, Mike. They were tag team champs for over 3 months. They know how to work together. They're great teammates. They'll do anything and everything it takes to take these guys out of their game plan.
And think of the previous incarnation of AJ Styles and D'Lo Brown as a tag team. We thought the sky was the limit for them.
But I think, though, the two of them almost are too good. They almost are too good, and they always had their sights set on that higher prize, the NWA World Heavyweight Championship. And until they can put that away and just focus on the tag match, I don't think we'll ever see them as tag team champs.
Well, working as a team, rolls to the corner, tags in to D'Lo Brown, now against Johnny Swinger. Swinger shoots him off. There's that power edge that you talked about, where they bring just a little bit of everything to the ring with them.
Ooh, look at the power of D'Lo Brown.
Weight and power of D'Lo Brown, the incredible, phenomenal moves of AJ Styles.
Mike. One after another.
Johnny Swinger retreats to the corner, but there's nowhere to run. Follow-up clothesline, rocked him, whiplashed him in the corner. Again in this dream match, Simon and Diamond say if they're victorious, they're going to go for the tag team title shot, while both AJ Styles and D'Lo Brown, we've mentioned it a couple of times already, totally focused on both of them getting a shot at the world's heavyweight title. Who's going to win this match? Who's going to get that early Christmas present?
I'll tell you what, Johnny Swinger showed us how you stop D'Lo Brown. Caught him with the kick right there where it counts. Totally took the gas out of D'Lo, and right now, Simon Diamond's got the advantage in the ring.
Drilled him with the point of the elbow. Here's the lateral press, and here's a 2 count from referee Andrew Thomas. Now D'Lo brought off to the side of the ring of Diamond and Swinger, where they're going to try and double team on him in the corner. Swinger now the legal man in. Repeated shots to the midsection. Jacks the jaw that time of D'Lo Brown. Caught him with a big extended right hand. And check out Simon Diamond from outside.
One thing we want to make clear, Mike, is if Raven, for some reason, does not win his match, if he does, he gets the title shot on January 7th. If he does not win the match, the way AJ and D'Lo feel it should be is if AJ gets the pin in this match and wins, then AJ gets the title shot on January 7th. If D'Lo gets the pin, he feels he gets the title shot on January 7th. Either way, Eric Watts said that Jeff Jarrett will defend his title on January the 7th.
They continue the double team assault on D'Lo Brown. Diamond and Swinger send him off into the ropes. Able to duck the double clothesline, but they can't avoid the dual drop kick from Styles.
Oh, what a blow. Here they go. Well, now wait a minute, there's confusion. These guys aren't like this. They don't have this kind of confusion. Oh, and it took too long. Oh, but D'Lo stopped himself. That's how you do it.
Was it confusion?
Or was it a setup?
I think it was a setup. That's what I vote for.
Oh, Mike, it swerved me. AJ Styles used D'Lo Brown's body as a blockage so that Diamond and Smear couldn't see him. You can see it right here. Watch how he uses D'Lo.
Yeah, D'Lo puts on the brakes.
There it is. Wow.
Styles crashes into both of them. Let's go back live. Styles and D'Lo look like they're in the driver's seat now. Oh, but quickly, Simon Diamond catches him with a knee, shot off into the rope. Styles able to float over.
Oh, he got him perfectly.
Perfectly executed drop kick by Styles. It was on the button. It was on target. Here's two. No.
I'll tell you what, though. Simon Diamond's got to be a pretty tough character. Watch this. If he can get up from this kick. Wham!
We come back live, and it's more of the same. AJ in control, scooping a body slam. Springs off the ropes. Drop the knee right across the head. Here's the cover.
One,
Far leg
two.
Just two.
AJ's strength is deceptive. You look at him and you think about how fluid he is out there, how agile he is. But he is so strong. This guy is a workout fanatic.
The scoop and the slam. Looks to me like they're on the same page.
I think you're right, Mike. I think they were setting him up just the way they wanted.
Very cohesive as a team. Styles and Brown.
Look at that.
Perfect teamwork. Drop Styles across. D'Lo for the cover. Here's two.
Mike, I think if these two wanted to, they could do anything as a tag team.
Tag into Styles. Again, Styles and D'Lo Brown have both talked about if they are the person that gets the pin, if they are the wrestler that gets the win in this match, they want a shot at the World's Heavyweight Championship. Diamond and Swinger, they want another shot at their tag belts.
Now that's what makes Diamond and Swinger so good. They've always got each other's back. And you saw Swinger do it, but it set Simon Diamond up and he went right for it.
Styles went for the cross body block, and Simon Diamond, he caught him with a knee.
Right into the ribs, man.
To the floor, Styles.
Andrew Thomas won't let D'Lo in the ring as AJ is getting it from Johnny Swinger outside the ring. D'Lo's going nuts.
Swinger put Styles on his head and drove him back first into the steel safety rail.
Oh man, AJ's hurt. He's hurt.
They have really weakened up Styles.
And Andrew Thomas would not let D'Lo in there, so AJ is on his own. And he's a long way from D'Lo Brown, Mike.
Styles rolled back into the ring by Swinger. Diamond drives him back first into the corner. Tag is in, and they double team just momentarily. Hold him in place. The repeated shoulder blocks in the corner by Swinger.
Showing why that they were tag team champions for 3 months. These guys also know how to work so well together. It may not be something you appreciate. It might be dirty, but they do it well. Oh, AJ fighting back.
Mid-ring exchange. Styles getting the better of it.
They're not letting AJ near D'Lo Brown, though, Mike. Look at this.
Yeah, just what it looks like. Styles is going to rifle off a couple of right hands. The drop toe hold by Swinger positions him in their corner.
You know, they do that so well. They always have. Diamond and Swinger always know exactly where they are in the ring. They know how to keep their opponent from getting to his partner. They cut off the ring so well.
No question about the tag team basics in trying to isolate the opposition, but maybe that drop kick to the knee by Styles will be the opening that he and D'Lo need. AJ to his feet.
Look at that, AJ! Out of nowhere! It was like Pele!
Bicycle kick, nailed him. Can he get to the corner? Can he get D'Lo Brown in?
How do you defend against something like that, Mike? As you see Diamond trying to get to Swinger, as AJ's trying to get to D'Lo, and both of them make the tag.
Swinger legal, D'Lo legal as well. D'Lo off the ropes.
Oh, what power.
Drilled him. Series of right hands. To the ropes goes Swinger.
Oh, man, look how high D'Lo got up there.
Swinger trying to beg off. D'Lo will have none of it. Shoots him off into the ropes. Elevates him, drops him with the back body drop.
I'll tell you what, D'Lo Brown in total control, Mike, today. Absolutely just powering Johnny Swinger, using his strength. You know, for a guy who's that big and that strong, he surprised you with how agile he is. And
drops the leg,
right
two, broken up. Great save that time by Simon Diamond.
Simon Diamond and Johnny Swinger always have each other's backs. That's what made them such great tag team champions.
Styles and D'Lo with communication here. They've got something in mind. They've got some kind of strategy.
Oh! What just happened?
What kind of a collision was that?
Simon Diamond and AJ Styles collided. D'Lo and Johnny Swinger, they're all down.
Boy, it looked like just before that collision that Styles and D'Lo had some kind of a game plan, some kind of strategy where they could put these guys away. Here's the replay.
Here it goes.
Ah, that explains it. See the replay. Gonna try a wind-up slam here.
Oh, they got him. Here it is. Now this is what these two do so well.
D'Lo motioning to Styles.
Poetry in motion if they get this right.
That they're gonna go to the top. D'Lo up on top. How about AJ? Oh man, frog splash by D'Lo. Jarrett again! Jarrett again interfered.
And AJ was going for it. Jarrett caught him and pulled the ropes down.
Jarrett tosses Styles outside the safety rail here in the crowd.
At first I thought AJ somehow missed it.
Double team problem solver.
Got it. No, no.
They're gonna get a tag title shot.
The winners of the match and receiving a World Tag Team title shot, the team of Simon Diamond and Johnny Swinger.
AJ's emotion got the better of it right there.
For months, we followed a sordid situation revolving around the Monster Abyss, who's found himself in the middle of a love-hate triangle with Goldilocks and her ex-boyfriend Eric Watts. A situation that finally will be resolved this Wednesday on pay-per-view when it's Watts against Abyss. Cash versus contract. And while Dallas, the tag team partner of Abyss, makes his way to the ring, Don, I have to address what has just gone down in the past couple of minutes. We've gone from Hulk Hogan to Dennis Rodman to Jeff Hardy. Isn't it amazing the impact that TNA has made?
And not only that, Mike, I got some more news. Coming here in the future, going to join us here at the announce booth, Jeff Hammond, NASCAR's lead analyst, is going to be a team member.
Here's the opposition for Abyss in Dallas. First up is D'Lo, and his focus since returning to TNA has been on one thing: winning the NWA World's Heavyweight Championship. He can take a major step in that direction with a win against Monty Brown Wednesday night. And here comes his tag team partner. And what a phenomenal month of June it's been for AJ Styles. He came back to his X Division roots. He regained the X Division title for the third time. He competed against Jeff Hardy in a dream X Division match this past Wednesday. And he will close out the month this Wednesday with an X Division title defense against Kid Kash.
Oh man, you know he is wanting Kid Kash so bad because again, you talked about it, the great match, the great X Division matchup between AJ Styles and Jeff Hardy, only to have Kid Kash come in and steal the thunder another time. This Wednesday night, AJ Styles gets a chance to take care of the notorious KID.
Action already underway as Abyss and Dallas were there to meet D'Lo and AJ before they could even get into the ring. You know, I'm just receiving word from the NWA's Director of Authority, Vince Russo. Larry Zbyszko is in no condition after that brutal, vicious guitar shot from Jeff Jarrett to be the judge for this match. We understand that Dusty Rhodes is going to step in, and in the event of a time limit draw, Dusty Rhodes will be the judge to pick a winner.
It's so nice to see D'Lo and AJ Styles back together. We got to see them briefly in the past, and when they were together, they were one of the most devastating tag teams in TNA history. They worked so good together. They respect each other so much, and they're such great teammates.
And if you think about it, that really may be the story of of this matchup as we see the great teamwork as D'Lo drives his own partner AJ Styles down. Quick cover on Abyss, and D'Lo only able to get a 2 count before you see Big Dallas come in to break it up. Let's talk about that storyline for this match. D'Lo and AJ. You're right, Don. Plenty of previous experience as a tag team. Not so on the opposite side of the ring. First time ever for Abyss and Dallas to join forces.
You know, I used to think that being out there with Abyss could be a distraction to your partner, but I'm gonna tell you something. The monster Abyss is so powerful, just so devastating that you almost look at Dallas and you think, what a perfect tag team member. They're both thugs. They're both just giants. And if it becomes a power game, they're gonna win it. But AJ Styles, but you would think he could bring him down, but he couldn't. Let's see if D'Lo can do it, and he does.
Maybe that's why they're such a great team, Don.
Wow.
AJ softened him up, and D'Lo put him away.
I'm going to tell you something. These two work so well together, and it's just a mutual respect. In fact, it was AJ's rise back in the X Division that prompted D'Lo to come back to TNA and make his name in the heavyweight division.
Double team move. Abyss fired off into the turnbuckles. AJ charges across, and now D'Lo right behind him with another flying forearm.
Just when you think you've seen one, the other one's coming right behind with the same thing.
D'Lo gonna wind up and now spring off the ropes.
Oh.
Get that extra. Wait a minute.
Goldilocks grabbed his legs right there and tossed him, and you see D'Lo pulling up on her hair. And man, that's gonna tick off Abyss.
Let's address it this Wednesday. In addition to the decision being made by Russo, who gets the NWA title belt, you will see Abyss against Eric Watts. It's gonna be contract versus money as we see the double team move by Abyss and Dallas as they drive D'Lo down to the mat.
I mean, both these guys are around 6'8", 6'9". Think about how high up they can put you. And D'Lo being as big as he is, that fall was that much harder.
Goldilocks with the briefcase full of cash that Eric Watts, by the way, claims is his. That's going to be at stake. If Eric Watts wins Wednesday against Abyss, he gets that briefcase full of his own money. However, if Abyss wins the match, the contract of Eric Watts goes to his former girlfriend, Goldilocks, and that can't be a good situation for Eric Watts.
No, not with her many personalities. No telling what she'll do to Eric Watts if she has control of his destiny.
The power game of Abyss allows his team, along with Dallas, to take control of this main event tag team matchup.
Oh, look at him just grinding his head into the ropes right there. Just taking the breath out of D'Lo. So powerful, Mike. So strong. And, you know, Dallas. We saw Dallas in a match with AJ Styles not too long ago, and he held himself up admirably. And he might have even won the match if it hadn't been for Kash coming in. Oh, look at Goldilocks right there.
And so far, we have seen that Abyss and Dallas have been able to communicate, Don, in terms of this tag team work, and maybe that's because of Goldilocks. Scoop slam by Dallas on D'Lo.
Tell you what, the strength is unbelievable of these two. And here he goes. Went to grind it down, but D'Lo up just in time. Nice kick by D'Lo.
One step ahead. Tried to drop the knee, did Dallas. D'Lo avoided it, and then he answers with a shining wizard that takes down Dallas.
But I tell you what, he's still reeling from that blow that he took when Abyss and Dallas slammed him down from so high up. As you can see, he cannot get up to get the tag to AJ. He's still reeling from that. He's dizzy, and if Dallas gets his tag first, it could spell the end of D'Lo. And here comes Abyss, and D'Lo gets the tag.
Same time, AJ's in. The phenomenal one.
Oh, look at it! Can you believe that?
Snaps up that great hit scissors. Right back to the offensive. Rights and lefts, just repeated shots. Uh-oh, Abyss is going to put on the brakes.
A lot of you would say AJ Styles doesn't stand a chance with Abyss, but we've seen AJ Styles and Abyss, some of the most memorable matchups in TNA history. They all
Caught him out of nowhere with the kick.
wow! AJ Styles with a kind of a variation of the Melee there. It's just unbelievable what he can do.
Abyss goes to elevate AJ in the air. AJ catches Dallas with the kick. AJ set up to the ring apron. Gonna try and springboard. Springboard into the flying forearm. Takes down Abyss. Dallas from behind. Dallas has got him up. Takes him up to his shoulder.
Oh no, here he goes. AJ's one point too high, but here comes D'Lo. D'Lo catches it, which frees AJ, and now D'Lo's got control.
Looks like Dallas was gonna go for the pop.
Teamwork.
Great double team move. Sky high neck breaker combination.
Did he get it?
No!
Oh, so close. Oh, I'll tell you what, though, have you ever seen anybody react like AJ Styles does? The phenomenal AJ Styles can be in midair like he was when he was flown over. Hits his head and he thinks on his feet.
AJ takes Abyss down to the floor. Look at that! He went for the Fosbury flop, but he was caught in midair. Abyss just wrapped him around the steel ring post.
Oh, he just took his back and just wrenched it right in there. And that can cause serious injury to AJ Styles when you think of the size of Abyss and the force when you put him into the post. But D'Lo goes right through the rope.
X-Division style move, the suicide dive by D'Lo on Abyss. AJ in trouble in the ring. Can Dallas put him away? The Phenomenal went up to his feet. Oh, he's throttled by Dallas.
And D'Lo is nowhere to be found to help him. AJ Styles at the mercy of the 6'9" Dallas. Oh, but AJ Styles again counters it, and he gets banned.
AJ Styles and D'Lo Brown.
Wait a minute. That's the alpha male Monty Brown and D'Lo. They're going to fight it out this Wednesday. Kid Kash is in the ring.
Oh, no, this has just gone into bedlam here, right here, as Kid Kash is going to take on AJ Styles for the X-Division Championship Wednesday night.
Oh, we've seen this before. They're going to try and soften up AJ. Oh. The money maker by Kid Kash on AJ Styles.
And Monty Brown is doing it to D'Lo right there and just unmercifully not letting up.
Kash, who's going to challenge AJ for the X-Division Championship, is right in his face. Wait a minute.
Oh, Abyss has got the chain around D'Lo.
Steel chain wrapped around the neck of D'Lo.
Dallas.
The alpha male puts the boots to D'Lo.
Oh, this has just gone out of control. Somebody get in here and stop this.
Chaotic, out of control, wild situation.